So you've read the description. Let me just tell you verbally how this works. So as you know, there's a pneumatic cylinder that goes back and forth and back and forth. For some other reason, like we don't know what's making that cylinder go back and forth. It doesn't matter. We just know there's a limit switch on the outside of the cylinder that gets pressed when the cylinder goes out. So here's the limit switch. Okay. So pressed, right? And then it leaves and it goes open, pressed, leaves and it goes open. So if that limit switch gets hit twice within a time cycle of 10 seconds, then a heater comes on. If it doesn't get hit within 10 seconds, then at the end of that 10 seconds, then a fan comes on. So when does the counting start? Well, when does that 10 seconds start? It starts when the whole circuit is turned on. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the circuit from Lab 6. You're going to remove the lights because you don't need to count with lights anymore. I mean, the lights are just really just counters. They're just almost like a little display showing the number, right? Don't worry about that. All we care about in this circuit is that when you hit start, it starts monitoring the limit switch. If the limit switch goes out and comes back and goes out and comes back, then at the end of the timing cycle, at the very end of the timing cycle, two things can happen. After that 10 seconds, two things can happen. One is the heater will come on or the fan will come on. So no matter what, at the end of that 10 seconds, either a heater will come on or a fan will come on. So what the parameters are is during that 10 seconds, if the cylinder was hit twice during that 10 seconds, hit and released in 10 seconds, then the heater will come on. If the cylinder was maybe only hit once and released, or not even hit at all and released during that 10 seconds, then the fan's going to come on. So at the end of the 10 seconds, and this is actually going to be a little difficult for you. You have to actually have to have a memory latch that is going to have a piece of logic that says two things. One is it's going to have the information from the counts. So it's going to say if count is 2 and timing cycle is over. So you're going to have to hold on to that 2 count. But you've already done that. There's already, the last 2 count is actually just, it's already a memory latch anyway. So that last 2 count, if that last 2 count happened and the timing cycle is over, then heater. If it didn't happen and the timing cycle is over, then fan. There you go. So that's what's going on. So again, just the actual fan or the heater comes on at the end of the timing cycle. And if the cylinder gets hit and released twice within the timing cycle, the heater comes on. If the limit switch does not get hit twice, like for instance just once, or if it gets hit and not released within the timing cycle, then it won't either, because it's counting. The done bit happens when we have a full count. When an event happened, the cylinder goes out. The event is done, the cylinder comes back. So when the limit switch is hit and released, that's one done bit. When it's hit and released is another done bit. So for instance, if the cylinder is hit, comes back, hit, and then doesn't come back during the timing cycle, that second done bit won't happen because that is not done. The event of the cylinder extending is not done. If it's done and it counts 2, then the heater will come on. So there you go. That's a cool challenge for you. And you can just imagine maybe this is maybe there's a system that's happening where essentially if the cylinder is going really quickly, like bang, 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 within 10 seconds, I guess, we could just establish that this cylinder is maybe a press that's pressing onto something. If that happens in 10 seconds, within 10 seconds, maybe when we want to say, okay, well, I think we're good to like heat something up. Or if it doesn't happen within 10 seconds, we should actually cool something down. Something like that. There you go. So that's a real good challenge. Put it on a piece of paper. And if you need to do 2 pieces of paper, that's fine. Put them together, scan them, put it in one document, save it as a Word or a PDF. I don't care. And send it in. But only submit one file. If you can draw it all on one piece of paper, then you're good. And have fun with that. And as far as the due date goes, I don't know, end of week 12, Sunday of week 12, whatever. Take your time with it. And let me know. If you have any questions, email me. Okay, bye.